Guys, and my name's Jen and welcome back to the channel. So obviously it was October, unless you're living under a rock. We're in November now, guys. Time is moving fast. We're almost in 2023, okay, which is terrifying. Really is. But anyway, I did Inktober again. Yay. This is my third year doing Inktober, so I'm gonna show you guys what I did, but I'm gonna do it a little differently. I'm not gonna go through each. I'm not gonna record myself flipping through it. I've just taken a photo of every single page. That way, I can just talk about it. Also, it's gonna be like, I can't do a minute per page because else this video is gonna be 31 minutes. So yeah. So Inktober is a challenge. It's a daily challenge if you don't know. And they give you a bunch of prompts, the official Inktober page of Instagram. I know it got started and then it wasn't very popular. Now it is. I don't know. I just do it because it's fun. Yeah, I didn't enjoy the prompts this year though. When I get the prompts, I usually try to challenge myself to draw my OCs, because I really want to make a graphic novel one day, but to draw my OCs doing stuff that I don't normally do, or like practice drawing things. I also usually draw fan art. And so for Inktober 2022, that's what I did, as usual. I think next year, I want to make a story out of all the prompts, because I was watching Dimitri's on Instagram, and he does his, and he had a whole story about a lizard, and I was like, yes, that should be me. So yeah. So day one was Gargoyle, and I did the Gargoyle from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yes, as a first day, I'm very proud of this one, looked very good. Did this one on my boyfriend's couch. Day two I did Scurry, which was kind of a cop-out, but I have an original character called Valerie that like has a bunch of rats around her. If you haven't watched those videos where I draw her a couple times, like from her creation and then me redesigning her, I redrew one of those rats running around. Bat, I did Eddie from Stranger Things because I really hope he does come back as a vampire because bats can't kill you apparently, so fingers crossed. That's just my conspiracy theory. Scallop, when I think Scallop, I think of Big Mouth and Andrew's father, because he always talks about scallops. So that's what I drew. I drew Andrew's father eating scallops. Flame, I did Flame Princess from Adventure Time. Yes. Yeah. So Bouquet, last year I created a character during Inktober who I ended up calling Olive and adding her to my original characters because I loved her so much. She's this gardener chick. So this year she's holding a bouquet of flowers. I think last year she was holding a sprout or something. I don't know. I can't remember. Trip, I just drew a little suitcase with a flag sticker on it. Bit of a cop-out, I know, I'm sorry. Match, I didn't want to draw a match, so I drew two girls with their bums out matching tattoos. Nest, I drew one of my famous chickens. Yes. Krabby, I drew Mr. Krabs. Eagle, I wanted to do Birdman, but I wasn't sure Birdman was a bird. I mean, it was an eagle. So I did Eagleman, which is the original character of my own design. Forget, I went and googled dementia patients and then drew them in my style, so that we have a woman that has dementia. And then I tried to draw Florence Nightingale in my style. I don't know if it really shows, but if you know what Florence Nightingale looks like, that's what she looks like in my style. She's a nurse from, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Empty, I drew Ferb from that iconic Phineas and Ferb title sequence where they're looking for Frankenstein's brain, obviously. Armadillo, I was really so skeptical of this one, but I actually liked how he came out, my little bean boy. You could see that I've been trying to practice different types of hashing. So I follow this other Instagram artist called Jake, I forget his surname, and he does this really cool hashing thing where he makes all the lines go in one direction. If you hear the growling in the background, that is my puppy. So for Jake, I was trying to copy his type of hashing where he does the shading for his characters, because he does it just a straight line instead of cross hashing, and I usually do cross hatching. So I was really trying to see if I could get that to work. For fowl, I misread it, and I drew a foul object instead of a fowl, which is ironic because I wrote a book called Foul Play in my matric year. So I drew a human brain because that's quite gross, but then I drew a chicken in the background eating the human brain. So it worked. When I realized I made the mistake, I made the infamous Spice Man for Salty. For Scrape, I drew my original character Bear. If you remember from last year, Bear is also the one holding the compass. So this year he scraped his knee. Poor thing. Ponytail, I tried to draw my original character Mac. I tried to do like a foreshortening thing. I don't know if it worked, but I tried. Max usually has pigtails, she doesn't usually have a ponytail, so she looks a little different here. Bluff, I did a cat playing poker, because when I think of Bluff, I think of poker. Bad Dog, I drew Jack, and he committed arson. I love how it's a cat and dog next to each other, I didn't plan that. For Heist, I did a heist with Markiplier. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I love Markiplier's videos. I love his channel. He just did Space and Markiplier in space with Markiplier. I don't know. Loved it. Amazing. Recommended. You can see here I also tried to do the hashing thing again. So when I got the prompt heist, I couldn't help myself. Booger, I was watching Shrek, and last year I tried to draw someone picking their nose, and the hand didn't come out right. So I'd like to think that this year I redeemed myself with Booger. Fairy, I just drew a little Tinkerbell wannabe. Tempting, I drew a cake with a little bite mark out of it. The don't touch sign, let's not talk about it. Ego! I drew Donald Trump in my style. I was enjoying drawing characters in my style as much as possible. So, Trump, I enjoyed, because you can tell it's Trump. Those plump ass lips, I don't know why, but that just like sends it home. By day 27, I was kind of over everything. So I drew an apple for a snack. Camping, that's supposed to be a tent, doesn't really look at it. I did is a cat knocking over a glass of water. Gear, I did Gearhead. And Farm, I drew another one of my original characters, George, holding a chicken. Yeah. So I could probably fit about another 3 years of Inktober's in this book, and maybe next year I'll try and actually write a story with it. But yeah, if you want to go check out the other Inktober's I've done, they will be probably up there somewhere. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next Thursday. Bye!